So I'll sit here for a minute and then we'll just start talking because nobody might get on here because I don't have that much of a following like that yet, but we'll see. I don't know if y'all just saw what happened with 21 Savage. But I found it very interesting because I know a lot of you probably didn't know that he was a British citizen, because I know I did not. But they are trying to deport him back to the UK. They're saying that he's been in the country illegally, I think since 2006, with an expired passport, since the age of 12, I believe it said. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see if it actually happens. His lawyers are trying to get him out of detention pretty quick, stating the fact that he is a pillar in the community, even though he has a past and has a record, but saying he's been doing a lot in the community to rebuild his community and to give back by having different groups and organizations that give back to the community in which he lives in Atlanta, to kind of help keep him from being deported. So we'll see what happens with that further, but all we can do is wait. But as of right now, he's still in ICE detention center, so we'll see. Also, another big hot ticket item is the issues going on with Bow Wow. So I don't know if you guys have seen this, but he was arrested over the weekend for a assault charge in a altercation with his ex. However, it was stated that he was not the aggressor in the altercation, that it was her. And by the scars that you can see to his face, you can see that he was not the one who was probably doing the hitting, because she scarred his face up. And then when you see her mugshot, there's no marks or bruises on her at all, because he probably tried to keep from hitting her because she's a woman. This further proves a point that I had, I think 2 weeks ago, when the Chris Brown incident of him being accused of rape in Paris. I made the comments that, because right off the bat, people are like, oh yeah, he sounds like something he would do, and he probably did it, blah, blah. And I made the point that a lot of the issues that have been brought up about Chris Brown were not actual cases that were factual. It was people out to try and get money out of him because he's an easy target ever since the Rihanna incident, and that a lot of people target him hoping to make money off of him because they know he has a bad temper. But at the end of the day, it wasn't just him hitting Rihanna. Rihanna was hitting him as well, but nobody talks about that. They only talk about him hitting her because it was a male hitting a female. But females hit men all the time, and it's never discussed. It's never talked about. Nor do we see these women arrested or charged with assault or anything like that, like we do males in these same cases. So is it a double standard? It's pretty much what I'm getting to. And I would say yes, because you'll see males hitting, and first of all, nobody should be hitting anybody. You should not be putting your hands on a woman, and a woman should not be putting her hands on a man. So let's be clear on that. However, it is important that if women are going to be the aggressors and put their hands on males, that they should be charged just like men should. And if you look at a lot of cases throughout history, you'll see that a lot of women commit crimes every day that are similar to crimes that you see men committing. However, these crimes are not looked at in the same statute as when men commit these crimes. Meaning, if a woman is caught with this amount of drugs and this, that, and the third, she's charged less than what a man would be charged for that same exact crime. If you don't believe me, go pull up cases, and you'll see that women are always charged for the same crimes that men are at a lesser time or lesser fine. And this has been a thing for a while. This is nothing new, but this is just one of the many things that when we say that criminal justice system needs to be reformed and needs to be looked at, this is one of the many things that go into that. And even when you're looking at crimes of like murder or assault or anything like that, women are always going to be given the lesser time or sentence. And that's mainly because if you look at history, it says that it's usually because women were thought to believe that they were not capable of committing these types of crimes. And that's not a item that they are normally known for committing like men are. So it's just interesting to see the difference between how men and women are looked at when it comes to that regard. So they both were arrested, but when they were arrested, nobody was talking about her being arrested in the beginning. All you saw in headlines everywhere, Bow Wow arrested for assault on a female in an altercation, blah, blah, blah. However, he was probably protecting himself, because if you see his face, she scratched his face up. So I would like to see more people talking about this. I hope she gets, I hope she catches a charge over it. Only because women have to realize that it is not acceptable behavior for us to go around putting our hands on men and not expect to be punished for those acts, or not expecting for retaliation. Not saying that it's acceptable or that it's okay, but I'm saying that you cannot not expect to be charged or for a man to hit you back just because most men are taught not to put their hands on women. Because if you're hitting someone, they're going to defend themselves in most cases. So they will try not to, they will try to shake you or whatever or get you out of the way, but there's going to be a time where men feel like it's necessary to defend themselves. So there's that. Let's see. So we talked about Bow Wow. We talked about 21 Savage. There are a lot of interesting conversations happening around Jussie and his attack that happened on him. Right now, I don't know what to believe in this case. I feel like there are a lot of things that make this case suspect. There are a lot of things that make it seem like it may be true, but at the same time, I think there's more items surrounding this case that make it more suspicious than it does factual. I understand that he wanted to preserve evidence, so he kept the noose around his neck, but that's one of those items where I feel like you should have called the authorities immediately after it happened, if that's the case, not waiting 42 minutes and it still be around your neck. I feel like you would want to give up your phone or at least the phone records, and he's not wanting to do either of those things. And then he made a statement at one of his shows. You know, he talked about what happened, and he tried to correct, please ignore some of this loud noise in the background, but he tried to correct some of the statements that came out regarding what happened and a lot of what the media is posting, trying to correct some of the rumors. But he also made a statement that I kind of found kind of weird, and that was, but he fought back. And he also made a comment that he was the gay Tupac. I don't know how I felt about that comment. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't know what that really had to do with it. So to me, it kind of seems like this was a publicity stunt, kind of. I really hope it's not. I really hope, that, well, I really don't want it to be this happened, because where are we in the state of affairs in America that, this is the kind of things that we have to deal with. However, I would prefer that this be a real incident, because if you're going through this much trouble to make a point or a statement or to get fans or publicity, you have some other issues you need to seek within yourself. So standing by for more information on this situation, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to start either going live more or posting more videos, just talking about stuff that we see going on currently. I will stay away from politics as much as possible, because I don't feel like that's my place to talk about, nor is that a topic that I feel comfortable discussing. So it won't be about that, but it'll be about things trending currently. I'll also talk about fitness, because I am a big fitness person. I'm a beach body coach, so I'll get on here and talk about some of the workout programs that I do, and some of my fitness regimens and eating standards, stuff like that. And that'll be it. So if you have anything that you would want me to address on the next either live or the next video that I upload, please shoot me a message in the comments, or you can email me at niccole.robinson@gmail.com. So yeah, until next time, love, peace, crawfish. I'm out. Maybe if I could figure out how to end this, maybe. I don't know how to end it. This was my first time.